Hey everyone, it's Deja from CrochetEverAfter.com. Today I'm doing the newest motif of the month. It's February 2015 and this is a 5-petal flower motif. So it's using 2 colors. There's only 4 rounds, but we have kind of an interesting color combination and effect that we're going to have with this blue coming into our pink that you'll see how to do. We'll also use some standing stitches, so if you've never tried that before, you'll learn how to do that. We're just using some medium worsted yarn. This is Caron Simply Soft, and a 5mm US H hook. So download the pattern below and we'll get started. Okay, we're going to start off the motif with a slip knot on our hook, and we're going to chain 6. So yarn over back to front as normal. Turn your hook down to pull through easily and pull through the chain or the loop already on your hook to make your first chain, and then do that 5 more times. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going to join our chain into a ring by slip stitching in the first chain that we made. So just insert your hook anywhere in that chain. I usually just grab the back loop, and then I'm going to yarn over again and pull that through and pull through the loop on my hook. So now we have our beginning circle. It's going to be an open circle. That's why we made so many chains, but we're going to start with some single crochets. So we're going to chain 1 for round 1, and then we're just going to start single crocheting around the entire chain so that we cover it up. So reach through the big hole in the center and yarn over. It's more of kind of a layover. Turn your hook to catch it and pull through. Pull them up on top of your chain, so don't start doing your single crochet like this because it's not going to be high enough. You want to pull it all the way on top of your stitches, so it's sitting on top. We yarn over back to front. They're always back to front. Turn your hook down and pull through. We got 1 single crochet. We are going to do 15 of these. So again, we're going to reach through the center, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both, and we just keep on going. If you run out of room near the end, because these are around the chain, you can just grab them and pull them over so you have more room. So you're going to reach through, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, just keep on going until you have 15 of these. Okay, I'm doing my number 15. If you are new and you're not sure how to count your stitches when you're looking at them, because on this ring they get real close together, so you see all the lines and it gets difficult to count, just turn your work sideways and count the tops of your stitches so they look like that letter V. So you just start, don't count what the loop on your hook, count the first V you see and go around till you get to 15. Make sure you don't count this chain 1. Move this over here. So remember, we made that chain 1 at the very beginning, and that just made sure that our first single crochet wasn't squished down. So we don't count that V. Make sure that there's little 2 lines coming off of your stitch. That's your first stitch. You'll see there's no lines off of this. That's our chain 1. So once you get 15, then you're going to join your round. So we're going to put our hook under the first single crochet that we made. So we're going to go into both loops, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through the loop on your hook like we did to join our round at the very beginning. So then we're going to fasten off. So to fasten off, you can either pull your loop nice and big and pull the end through it to cut your end. So I'm going to get some scissors to do that. There you go. So you can just pull that nice and big, grab your end and pull that through and tighten it down. And I'll show you another way that you can fasten off on the next round that I like to do. But now we've got our first round, and now we're going to change colors and we're going to join in a kind of different way. So I'll show you how to do that right now. Okay, I finished my 15. I'm like, how many did I do? 15 single crochets that I fasten off. One thing I wanted to talk about is where you fasten off. So when you're working in the round like this, when you slip stitch into that first single crochet, the slip stitch is supposed to take the place of the first single crochet, but a lot of times it ends up kind of pulling off to the side and you still have a lot of your stitch visible. So just make sure that when you're putting your stitches into your next round that you remember that this stitch and this stitch are one. So I'm not going to start on that stitch because I want to kind of cover it up more. So I'm going to start somewhere over here and then work my way around. So we're going to start with our new color and we're going to join in with a standing stitch. I already have my slip knot. Perfect. You can make a slip knot to put on your hook. Very simple. And then we're going to do a standing stitch, which means we're going to just start crocheting. So normally you would slip stitch and you would chain 3 because we're doing double crochets, and then you would start double crocheting, but you always get that weird chain 3 stitch that doesn't quite look like a double crochet. So instead we're actually just going to start with the double crochet. So we're going to yarn over like we would for any double crochet, and I'm holding on to all my tails because if I don't, it unwinds itself very quickly and easily, and then I lose that yarn over for my double crochet. So hold on to tails, hold on to both ends of your yarn, and then insert your hook into any stitch that you want because we're going to work into every single one of these. So just insert your hook. You'll see my tail is facing up and over the top of the row below, or the round below. And then I'm going to yarn over and pull up my loop, and then I'm going to come to my shaft and kind of tighten everything down so they're all the same size. I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to pull through the first 2 like a normal double crochet, and then yarn over and pull through the second 2. So I just created a double crochet kind of in thin air, and you'll see my tail is up top instead of down below as if I had done a slip stitch. Won't make a difference. You're just going to weave it in at the end like normal, so you're not going to see it no matter where it is. But we now have a double crochet to work into at the very end instead of a chain 3. So that's the standing stitch double crochet. Now we're going to start our pattern. So we're going to yarn over, we're going to do another double crochet in the next stitch. So we pull up a loop, pull through the first 2, pull through the second 2. Again, another double crochet, so yarn over back to front, insert your hook into both loops of the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the second 2. Then the pattern repeat's going to be a chain 6. So we always yarn over from back to front for every yarn over you do, pull through the loop, and then push your chain to your shaft because we want nice tight chains that are all the same size because we're going to be using these on round 4, but they're not really going to do anything. They're just going to be brought up and crocheted over. So let's keep them all the same size so that they look uniform and make 6 of them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to do another 3 double crochets, so 1 in each of the next 3 stitches. And that's what we're going to do. Yarn splitting. But we're going to do all the way around. So yarn over into the next one, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over to the next one. Then we're going to chain 6 again. And that's what you're going to do all the way around, and then we'll meet up at the end to join with a slip stitch. Okay, just finishing the last double crochet of the round. Then I do my 6 chains. And 6. Then I'm going to join with a slip stitch in the top of my double crochet. So instead of having to join at the top of a chain 3, you can go right under those 2 loops of your very first double crochet, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on your hook. So I was going to show you another way to fasten off. So if you yarn over and you just pull through like a chain and pull it nice and long, you tighten that down, pull it at the length that you want your tail to be to weave in, and then cut it, and then just pull that extra tail that's attached to your yarn out. Now you have another way to fasten off. So we're going to start with round 3 next. Okay, we're going to start back with our last color we used, the pink, and put another slip knot on our hook. We're going to start with a standing double crochet again, and we're going to join that at the beginning of any of these double crochets that are in this group of 3. So pick any of these to begin with. So you look at your stitch and you go to the top and you can see the V, and that's what you want to work under. So we're going to start with our yarn over, hold on to your tail, insert your hook, whoops, under those 2 loops of that first double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, and you're going to do a standing double crochet again. And then, to increase it a little bit, we're going to double crochet 2 times in the middle stitch. We'll do that in every single middle stitch around. So we yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, pull through the second 2, then yarn over and head right back into that same stitch and do another double crochet. Then we're going to do 1 double crochet in the last double crochet. So that's going to be the same for every single group of 3 around. And then we're going to chain 4. So we had a chain 6 here, now we're going to do a chain 4, and you'll see why we did the different amounts on the next round. So 2, 3, and 4, and then we're just going to start that same pattern over. We're going to double crochet in the double crochet here, and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch, then 1 in the stitch after, and then we'll chain 4 again. So just keep on doing that all the way around, and then when we come back for round 4, you'll see what we'll do with all of these chains. Okay, I just finished my chain 4, and I'm going to join with a slip stitch at the top of my double crochet. Pull through that last chain. I'm going to fasten off again because we're going to switch back to the blue. Now we are on our final round. Grab my blue, and again we're going to start with a standing stitch, a standing double crochet. So put the slip knot on your hook, get your yarn over, and then this time we're going to start at the beginning of any of the 4 groups, the first double crochet of those. So anywhere you want, go ahead and do a standing double crochet. Nice and tight here. Pull through the first 2. You'll notice that it kind of like flops over and it almost wants to fall apart, but once you pull that forward over that line, you can just push your tail back around to get the second 2. Then we're just going to do double crochets in each of the next 3, so just 1 in each. So that goes the same for every single group of 4 around the round. Then we're going to chain 3, and what's that's going to do is kind of bring our stitch down. So this 3 is going to go downwards because we're going to single crochet now. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull both of these chains together and single crochet around the entire thing. So I'm going to insert my hook in this big hole down below. I'm going to insert my hook there, yarn over, pull up a loop, and I've trapped the round 2 chain and the round 3 chain together. I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to single crochet. I'm just going to pull it over to the side here. So that chain 3 kind of brings my height down to the single crochet. I'm going to do 3 of these. So I'm going to insert my hook back down here, yarn over, pull up, single crochet, and then 1 more, single crochet. So I've caught those, and it kind of gives like this cool little blue bridge that comes up over the pink. Then I'm going to chain 3 again to bring my height back up so I can start my single crochets of the next 4. So I'm going to double crochet 4 of those, and then the same thing, I'm going to chain 3 and I'm going to single crochet 3 times around these chains over here. So that's what we're doing all the way around in all of our spots. So I'll show you that one more time. Just insert your hook right through the big spot, yarn over, pull up your loop, bring it to the top of everything, so don't stop here and single crochet, bring it all the way to the top of your stitch, and then single crochet around. And then you just pull it over so you have more room for the last 2. So do those 3, then chain 3, and continue around, and we'll meet up at the end so we can join up and weave in our ends. Okay, I just finished that last chain 3, now I'm ready to join up with the first double crochet of the round. Fasten that off. Now I'm ready to weave in my ends. So when you're weaving in ends, because you have so many different ones, keep them in the color that you're working in. So keep the blue in the blue, keep the pink in the pink. Remember, you can go through these single crochets. You can weave your pink through that if you need to, but try to keep it all in the side the same color so that you don't have any peek throughs. But I'm going to go ahead and weave it in, then we'll check out the finished product. Okay, I got all the ends woven in, so you can see, and it's all good to go. You can attach these to each other, so if you go kind of in the petals, you'd want to go maybe like in the corners of each petal would probably be the best way to attach, or if you have a filler motif, so smaller motifs can be joined in between to fill in the gaps. Whatever you like, or you can just kind of stack them. Because these are nice and straight, you can just kind of stack it and work your way out however you want. You can also use 3 or 4 colors for this, and then you'll have this bridge of the chains even more pronounced. So if this 4th round was a different color, it would make the bridge even more noticeable. So a couple different things you can do. That is the 5-petal flower though. And if you have any questions, leave them below, but thank you for watching.